Time now for the quote of the week. Well, there seems to be a widespread consensus that Canada is divided. What's kind of interesting is how would you describe that divide? I think, especially given, and it took a while to notice, the old left right paradigm, I think, is blatantly no longer valid. Today, the conservative ranks are filled with blue collar workers, while the NDP and Liberals appeal to what was called, at least during COVID, the urban laptop class. I think it's difficult to avoid the obvious description of elites versus the masses, or put another way, the establishment versus, well, just about anyone else, which is the context for the quote of the week by Martin Gurry. He's a former CIA analyst who writes about the relationship between politics and media. He's a visiting fellow at Mercatus Center at George Mason University and contributes to the center's Discourse magazine. In quotes, a fierce political conflict is raging over much of the democratic world. On one side, we find the normies, ordinary people who defend, naively, the historic principles of democracy, such as freedom of speech and assembly, the separation of powers, etc. On the other side, stand the elites, masters of the great institutions of wealth, knowledge, and power, who insist that extraordinary measures must be taken to save a deprived and self-destructive society from its own history and its own people. That is to say, from the normies. The normies want to get on with life. They want to work, get married, have children, boring stuff. That's what normal means. The elites, for their part, wish to change everything. Sex, the climate, our history, your automobile, your diet, even the straws which you slurp your smoothies.